night, and when I woke up, this was on my TV. Who are you? Why is that on my TV?
People recording strangers lurking outside their homes, and live streams capturing figures that shouldn't even exist. These TikTok videos reveal real horrors that creeped out millions, so stay tuned to watch. A man was preaching to a small crowd on the street, speaking calmly, when a strange man suddenly walked up to him. His expression was intense, and his voice carried an unsettling tone as he told the preacher not to continue. This is what he said.
Get off that mic and go away from here right now, or I'll make this nation rise against you. Do you understand me? Do each and every one of you understand me? Don't play with the God that ruins this earth. Now back away.
It wasn't just the words, it was the way he stood, as if ready to confront him. Those watching the clip later pointed out his odd mannerisms, claiming he might have been possessed. The moment ended as abruptly as it began, but the tense exchange left both the crowd and viewers with an uneasy feeling they couldn't quite shake. Haunted frame. Why do people who are experiencing these crazy encounters don't seem to notice always have me thinking? This guy who was live streaming on Twitch when a strange figure appeared on the window behind her. Some commented and called it a picture, but the moment her eyes shifted, it was clear. The streamer kept recording, unaware of the unsettling moment unfolding, but everyone else saw it. Real jinn. A streamer set out to explore an abandoned building rumored to be haunted, taking his viewers along for the ride. And that's when he met it. It was wrapped in a white cloth, its face dark and unsettling, with two glowing red eyes staring down. Viewers immediately flooded the chat, calling it an otherworldly entity. He stayed for a while, filming from different angles and even speaking to it, though it never moved or responded. After a tense few minutes, he decided to leave. The image of those piercing eyes burned into the stream. Jump scare. The influencer had just opened her eyes after a nap, the room still dim with the glow of her TV. She had fallen asleep while watching YouTube, but as her vision cleared, she noticed something that made her freeze. Filling the entire screen was a large face, grinning unnaturally, staring straight ahead. Its stillness made the moment even more unsettling, as though it was looking directly at her.
So I accidentally fell asleep with YouTube playing on my TV, and it's like the middle of the night, and when I woke up for my dream, this was on my TV. Who are you? Why is that on my TV?
Bathroom figure. A man was streaming casually when his viewers began flooding the chat with urgent messages, claiming they saw someone standing in his bathroom. At first, he laughed it off, until they told him it only appeared when the light was off. Curious, he reached over and switched it off. That's when the figure became clear on the stream. Strangely, he couldn't see anything himself. The viewers, however, described it in detail, leaving him confused. Mexican influencer. During a TikTok live stream watched by over 7,000 people, 23-year-old Mexican influencer Valeria Marquez faced a chilling moment that left viewers stunned. She was sitting with a friend when a man on a motorcycle pulled up, claiming to have a package. After asking her name, he suddenly pulled out a weapon. In seconds, the stream went silent, leaving everyone without any clue of what happened next. Reports later revealed Valeria had expressed fear just minutes earlier. Now, with suspicion surrounding her ex-boyfriend and even the friend by her side, the case has left the internet questioning everyone's intentions. Ouija entity. She thought playing Ouija would just be harmless fun with her friends, but things took a strange turn. In the video she shared, a dark shadow appeared in the room, moving slowly in the background. Only its glowing eyes could be seen. Scared, she ran to her room and shut the door. Hoping it was gone, she peeked out through a small opening, yet it was still there, standing right outside, staring at her with those same glowing eyes. It didn't move, didn't leave, almost as if it was waiting. Whatever it was, it clearly wasn't part of their game. Gamers encounter. He just sat down to play a game, thinking it'd be the perfect way to unwind. Headset on, totally locked in, he caught something moving in the corner of his eye, a dark shape slipping down the hallway. He got up, checked every room, and found nothing. Then one of the doors started to slowly open and close by itself.
This thing's always closing doors.
That same shadow flickered near the kitchen before vanishing again. A second later, his chair slid back across the floor on its own. That was it for him. He left the game, the lights, everything running, and walked straight out the front door.
You gotta get out.
Creepy possession. During a casual live stream, a young woman was chatting with viewers when her home's lights suddenly went out. The screen dimmed, leaving only her faintly visible in the darkness. That's when things took an unsettling turn. Her expression froze into a wide smile that didn't seem natural, lingering far longer than expected. Viewers flooded the chat with confusion and unease, unsure if it was a prank or something more disturbing. To me, it was clear that she had switched personalities when the lights went out. Glowing mystery.
Yep. Come here, guy.
Here's a story about a woman who was just casually filming her pet when something really weird happened. She aimed her camera toward the door and noticed a pair of glowing eyes staring back at her. At first, she thought it was just her cat hiding, so she called its name. The cat came out like usual, but those glowing eyes didn't move. They stayed put behind the door for a few seconds, then vanished. Whatever was there wasn't her cat, and she never figured out what it was. That moment left her seriously questioning what or who was really there watching her.
Buddy?
Friends' possession. This live stream started out lighthearted, just two friends swapping scary stories for fun. But in the middle of it, one of the girls went completely still, her face shifting into a blank, almost lifeless stare. Her friend reached over, holding her hand and trying to snap her out of it, but got nothing back except an unsettling gaze. The air felt heavy, and even through the screen, you could feel the tension building. Then, just as the unease peaked, the girl suddenly laughed and admitted it was a prank. Even knowing it was fake, the moment had already crawled under everyone's skin. Behind girl. This girl was recording the TikTok when a faint, shadow-like figure started to take shape. It was so subtle that she didn't notice, but her audience did, filling the chat with warnings. She kept going, never looking back. Only later, watching the replay, did she spot it, and that's when it sank in. The whole time she was live, something had been standing there, far too close for comfort. Live streamers' misery. It was a normal Sunday live stream in Liverpool when things quickly took an unexpected turn. The streamer was simply heading out to a grocery store, chatting casually with viewers, when a group of kids approached. At first, they seemed playful, but soon their behavior grew more irritating. They trailed behind, shouting and trying to get noticed on camera.
You guys must not have any hobbies.
What? What'd you say?
I said you guys must not have any hobbies.
Nah, this is where we live in until we just fucked up.
I don't know what you just said, man. I don't understand your accent.
Just outside Tesco, one even swiped at the streamer. Security stepped in, calling the police to scare the group away. The streamer stayed calm, avoided any physical reaction, and continued the broadcast once the chaotic encounter finally came to an end.
What?
I said, you alright?
I'm alright. Are you alright?
Yeah, man. Are you fucking staying out like that?
I'm sorry? Can you, give me some space, brother?
High five me, quick.
I'm not touching. You don't think your face was on camera earlier?
Oh, shit.
You're so dumb. Oh, man.
Creepy hands. Late one night, this girl heard some weird sounds coming from her basement that she just couldn't ignore. Gathering her courage, she went to see what was making all that noise. And what she found was seriously disturbing. 2 hands, completely cut off from any body, were slowly crawling up the stairs like they had a mind of their own. It looked way too real to be fake. After that chilling moment, she was left with more questions than answers, feeling like she had just stepped into a real-life horror story.
Ahora subí. Ay, no, Dios santo.
Camper experience. At first, it was peaceful, just the sound of crickets and the occasional breeze. But then, faint wailing began echoing outside this camper's tent. Viewers were glued to the screen as strange-looking hands pressed against the thin fabric, moving slowly, as if trying to find a way in.
Siapa kamu? Hey.
Gathering his courage, he stepped outside with the camera, but the area was completely empty. Back inside, the wailing continued, circling the tent, leaving both him and his audience unsettled for the rest of the night.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Hey, di mana kamu?
Haunted house. 2 friends were live streaming while watching a random match, chatting casually with their viewers. Everything seemed normal until the audience started pointing out something unusual happening in the background. Objects on a nearby shelf appeared to shift slightly. The friends were too focused on the game to notice, but the chat exploded with messages, calling the place haunted. Creepy cupboard. In early 2021, a woman was filming a simple makeup tutorial in her bedroom late at night when things took a strange turn. As she focused on her routine, the closet door beside her slowly creaked open all by itself and then shut without anyone around. Not long after, her bedroom door slammed closed out of nowhere, then opened again, almost like someone was pacing back and forth. When she reviewed the footage, it became clear she was completely alone the whole time. That creepy moment left her and everyone who saw the video, wondering what could have caused those eerie movements.
So I'm gonna try that on, and no.
Elon Musk deepfake. Viewers tuning into a TikTok live stream were stunned to see what appeared to be Elon Musk casually chatting and answering questions. The stream gained attention fast, with thousands joining to watch. But as the comments poured in, sharp-eyed viewers noticed something was off. His expressions and speech didn't seem natural. It turned out to be an AI deepfake, skillfully edited to look and sound like Musk.
This is probably one of my favorite things that we've made at SpaceX. Like, forget the actual rocket. Like, I want everyone to appreciate the laminar flow.
The creator had staged the entire thing to see how many people would believe it was real. But this did make people wonder how easily reality can be manipulated.
You have a mask on?
Maybe.
Lightning strike. In North Carolina, a gamer's live stream took a shocking turn when a lightning bolt struck nearby. The streamer jumped back in surprise, but kept the camera rolling, showing the chaotic scene. Because of the extreme rarity of lightning striking so close indoors, this moment stayed in everyone's mind for a long time.
Bro, I just got struck by lightning.
Gaming gone wrong. 2 friends were deep into a gaming live stream, laughing and talking with their viewers, when something strange pulled their attention away from the screen. One of them glanced back and noticed the door wide open. He was sure it had been closed. Shrugging it off, he got up, pushed it shut. But the moment he tried to get back, the chair slid across the floor by itself. The video cuts off immediately, but the silent stare the boys gave to the chair was enough to show how scared they were. Get ready with Ghost. She was filming a casual, get ready with me video, chatting with her followers before deciding to take a quick nap on camera. A little later, her sister walked in, switched off the bedside lamp, and quietly left the room. Moments after the door closed, the footage took an eerie turn. A dark shadow darted past the lens. Then, in the dim light, a figure appeared beside the bed. Its shape was unclear, but two glowing eyes stared toward the camera. The stream ended without explanation, leaving viewers unsettled and still wondering what exactly had been standing in that silent room. Live ritual. A streamer went live to perform a ritual, arranging some eggs and candles in a specific pattern before beginning to recite in a steady voice. The dim lighting added to the eerie atmosphere, but things quickly took an unexpected turn. Just seconds into the ritual, a shadowy figure seemed to glide past behind him. Startled, he grabbed a torch and searched the area, moving the light across the walls and corners. But there was nothing. No movement, no sound, nothing out of place. Yet he kept looking behind, as if he knew something was there, just quietly following him. Dark figures.
Yeah, go. Quick.
A girl was live streaming with her father, sharing a lighthearted family moment as they chatted with viewers. Everything felt warm and normal until the camera caught something strange. Two dark figures standing at the doorway, almost as if they were peeking inside. The girl noticed them and quickly got up to check, walking straight to the door. But when she stepped outside, there was nothing. No movement. No sign of anyone nearby. They were convinced they had seen something that wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, go. Quick.
Live possession. A streamer was casually chatting during a live broadcast while her younger sister sat in the background, listening to something on her phone. Out of nowhere, the lights began to flicker, and her sister slowly bent forward in an odd, unnatural way. Thinking it was just a prank, the streamer approached, expecting her to laugh or move. But she stayed completely still, her hair covering her face, not saying a word. The unsettling stillness made the moment even stranger. Everyone who watched the video claimed it was a live possession, caught in real time. Mirror or ghost. A woman was recording a TikTok of herself, focusing on her routine and barely noticing the background. But viewers quickly spotted something odd. A small mirror propped near the cupboard began shifting on its own. It moved slowly at first, then tilted slightly, even though no one was near it. She didn't seem to notice, continuing with her recording as if nothing was happening. The comment section later filled with claims of paranormal activity. Strange face. It started out like any normal Instagram Live. Then the tone in the chat began to shift, all eyes seemingly fixed on something behind him. He kept going at first, but a subtle tension crept in, enough to make him glance over his shoulder. That's when he noticed it. A pale, girl-like face, so close it seemed almost part of the room. It was over in seconds, yet it lingered in everyone's mind, turning an ordinary stream into a memory they couldn't shake. Girl horror. You've got to see this moment, because it's the kind that makes you hold your breath. The clip opens with a young woman sitting on the floor, pressed against the wall, her hands covering her mouth like she's trying to stop herself from making a sound. That's when it happened. A strange figure slid into view. Its messy, floor-length hair hid most of its face, but the bits you could see were an unsettling red, glowing faintly. It crept forward on all fours without a sound. Everyone watching could tell this wasn't a staged moment. Something truly unsettling was in that room. Ghost catcher. Some ghost hunters decided to explore an old abandoned house after hearing reports of strange happenings. While staying connected on a video call with their team, they set up a camera near the stairs.
We've got a chair here, we're gonna put the camera on. I'm gonna stand behind the chair.
One of the girls sat quietly beside it, waiting for something to show up. Then, out of nowhere, a dark hand slowly appeared, reaching down the stairs toward her. She grabbed the camera to capture it on video, but when she looked back, the hand was gone, leaving the place completely empty and eerily silent. That moment left everyone on edge.
Go now.
Streamer's room ghost.
Dude, the light, you just turned it off and it went back on.
Oh my.
Midway through his broadcast, the mood in this streamer's room took a sudden turn. Behind him, a door eased open on its own, then slowly shut again. No one else in sight. The overhead light dimmed and brightened in quick flashes, and small items near his keyboard slid out of place like something was nudging them. He shifted in his chair, glancing around but keeping his voice steady. Viewers spammed the chat, trying to make sense of it. By the time the stream ended, the mystery of that room had only gotten deeper.
Guys, it's not like we needed any sleeping.
Creepy being. So this guy was sound asleep when suddenly he hears his window creaking open. At first, there's nothing there, just silence. But then, out of nowhere, a dark shadow appears and actually grabs him. Terrified, he struggles free and bolts out of the room. He calls the police right away, but when they show up, the whole room is empty like nothing ever happened. Honestly, he was left feeling confused and pretty shaken, not knowing if it was real or just his mind playing tricks. Guest during live. It all happened in seconds, but the clip still gives people chills. While streaming, a man suddenly froze mid-sentence, his gaze following something darting across the room. The movement was quick, just a shadow slipping past, but enough to make his expression change instantly. Viewers filled the chat with frantic messages, replaying the moment over and over. In the end, but were left only with a fleeting shape that no one could explain. Curtain's ghost.
So for today's drink...
She was mid-live stream, just chatting away, when something behind her made her stop cold. The curtains gave a quick, strange shake, like something was moving from the other side. Without even thinking, she jumped up, spun around, and swung her hand right into the fabric. Then she ripped the curtains open, leaned out for a quick look, and slammed the window shut. It all happened in one fast blur. Viewers barely had time to react, and nobody really knew what she saw. But judging by how quickly she closed it, she definitely didn't want it coming back. Creepy mask man. From the very first frame, this clip feels wrong. The camera focuses on a figure wearing a pale, rubbery mask with wide, hollow eyes, staring straight ahead. There's no sound, no movement, just that unsettling face filling the screen. Then, he slowly reaches up and begins pulling the mask away. You'd expect a regular face underneath, but what's revealed is far stranger. Almost inhuman. The shift from creepy to downright disturbing happens in seconds. Viewers watching it for the first time all had the same reaction, leaning in, then instantly regretting it. FaceTime encounter. He was on a late-night FaceTime call with his wife, his kids sleeping peacefully beside him. Everything felt calm, until a dark, unsettling figure standing behind him was caught on camera. He spun around immediately, but the space was empty. No movement, no sound, nothing out of place. He glanced back at the screen, half expecting it to reappear, but it didn't. The house stayed quiet. The kids never stirred, and he was left wondering if he'd really seen it, or if something was still standing just out of sight.
Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps. Oh my god. What the f*** is that?
Home Alone. This man was on FaceTime with a friend when the mood in his house suddenly changed. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw his door move, like someone was testing the handle.
What? No, sorry.
The hallway was empty, but when he returned, another door began swinging open and shut on its own. Soon, objects around the house shifted slightly, as if something unseen was moving through. It all played out live on the call, and he never found an answer.
Oh! No. No. No.
Creepy doll.
Tengo esta tacita y esta tacita.
She was happily showing off her toy cups to the camera, stacking them up and laughing as she played. Everything felt lighthearted, until the doll sitting beside her gave a tiny twitch in its hand. She stopped for a second, staring, then kept going, thinking she'd imagined it. Moments later, the same hand moved again, this time slow and deliberate. Her smile dropped instantly. Without saying a word, she turned off the toy cups, jumped to her feet, and ran down the hallway to her mom. The camera stayed on the floor, still recording the silent room where the strange moment happened.
¿Sí?
Forest encounter. During their camping trip, this man began hearing strange noises in the middle of the night. Curious, he decided to check it out while streaming live on his phone. As he stepped into the darkness, his camera caught a creepy figure, its long hair covering an eerie, distorted face. The figure stood there for a moment, watching him, before quickly slipping back into the shadows. The unsettling sight left him frozen, unsure of what he had just recorded, before he rushed back to the camp. His live viewers just as shocked as he was. Little ghost. A team of ghost hunters was brought into a home after the residents complained about hearing footsteps racing up and down the stairs when no one was there. The property carried a heartbreaking past. A young boy had been lost in a fire years earlier. While filming, one investigator softly called out to the boy's spirit.
Come to me. Are you a little boy?
Moments later, the camera caught something darting by, a small, shadowy figure shaped like a child. The room was otherwise empty, yet the air suddenly felt heavier. Everyone stood frozen, unsure if they had just made contact or witnessed something they were never meant to see.
Yeah, come back. Come back.
Where?
No, you come back where earlier. Put your back ready.
Strange presence. He was just messing around in his room, trying a few small tests to see if anything odd would happen. First, he tossed a balloon in the air and watched it float, but then it suddenly moved to the side, like something had hit it. He glanced around. No one was there. In the next clip, he stood still and heard slow steps behind him. Then, out of nowhere, something tapped his hand. For the last test, he set a toilet paper roll on the floor and watched as it slowly started to roll out by itself. He just kept filming, quietly shocked. Cemetery ghost.
As you can see behind me here, we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark out.
A reporter was standing outside a cemetery, talking about the strange events people had been reporting there. The camera kept filming as she spoke, everything looking normal, until something dark appeared in the background. It wasn't a clear shape, but it looked like a shadow standing completely still. The reporter kept talking, not noticing it at all. Later, when the footage was checked, it became clear. There had been no one else in the cemetery at that time. Whatever that shadow was, it wasn't a person. It seemed like the ghost people had been warning about was caught on camera. Possessed Granny. This guy got worried when his grandmother started acting really strange at night. So, he decided to set up a camera to see what was going on. When he watched the footage, it was seriously creepy. She sat up in a stiff, unnatural way, then stood and stared straight at the camera with her mouth wide open. Then she began crawling around the room with jerky, awkward movements, and even tried to bite the camera. After seeing this, he was left shaken and confused, unsure if the woman on the video was truly his grandmother. And now, let's move on to the subscriber's pick. There's a viral video going around that's seriously freaking people out. It shows a pale, almost ghost-like face wearing a blue cap sideways. The whole look feels like something straight out of a horror film. Many believe this was filmed inside a haunted flat, known for weird and unexplained activity. Some say it's a spirit or someone possessed, while others think it's just clever makeup. Either way, the video's creepy atmosphere has made it impossible to ignore. To make things even stranger, a local posted a warning about this same person trying to open doors and peeking through windows around their house. If you live nearby, you might want to lock up and stay cautious. This one's giving people serious chills. And with that, see you next time.